What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Daddy's Game Time, your friendly show about gaming, movies, and pop culture. I'm Leo, he's Francisco, and we have a very special show for you today. We are actually here in a different studio. Francisco, tell them about the studio.
This is a studio that we use when we don't have Rick with us. Rick is the person in charge of the studio. He's not with us. As you can see, it's only us two. He had daddy duties to attend to, and so it's just us for now. But it's going to be a cool show.
Just the two of us. Copyright.
No.
So, yeah, man, I'm very happy. As you can see, this is Leo's corner.
Leo's Corner.
Corner. This is not a green screen back here. It's real stuff. Real stuff that we can actually really grab and touch and play with and all that
Don't
stuff.
believe him. It's a
All
green
that
screen.
fun.
Now, anywho, so big news today. Today, fresh off the boat today.
Woo!
News.
Hot off the press.
Star Wars. It has a title, Leo.
That's right. It sounds very interesting.
Episode 8 now has a title.
Okay, you talk about the title. I'll talk about the logo. The design of it. And what I think it might mean.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that, but no, you're
Yeah.
right about that. So the title is The Last Jedi. Very ominous. Very, I don't know if it has to do with the fact that maybe Luke is going to die or because maybe Rey is considered the last Jedi. I don't know. What do you think, Leo?
I am wondering about that. Now the as we know, typically the villains in the Star Wars universe have been associated with the red color. The Empire, the red lightsaber that Darth Vader had in the original trilogy. All this kind of red is associated with evil, and this logo that came out, the word Star Wars, the beloved word Star Wars, that's always in yellow, is actually in red for this episode 8, and that kind of tells us what the directors have already been telling us, that it's going to have a darker tone. And with this darker tone, what's coming with it, I don't know. I'm not sure. But this is my personal theory. I think that by the end of this film, we're going to have another casualty from the original trilogy. And I think it's going to be Luke, but not before a new Jedi is revealed. So, therefore, with Luke Skywalker gone, we're going to have The Last Jedi.
And you bring an interesting point right here, Leo, because let me tell you something. It has been said to death now, and it has been hinted that episodes 1 through 9 are called the Skywalker saga. That's what they're known as. So, because now we have movies like Rogue One, and then next December we're going to get the Han Solo movie. So they're doing spin-offs, not focused on the Skywalker family. These ones 1 through 9 are the Skywalker saga. And if we go with your theory that if Luke indeed does die, goes away, then that will mean that another Skywalker is around. And we have not seen that Skywalker. Now, J.J. Abrams has said to that Rey is not a Skywalker. But then again, directors lie.
Yeah, they kind of have to
So-
protect some of the surprises that they have in store for us.
Yeah.
Also, if there's any sort of semblance to the, to the original novel. I shouldn't say original, but one of the novels that first came out that were expanding the Star Wars universe off of the original trilogy. Leia and Han Solo had twins.
Yes.
Twin children.
Yes.
So who would be the twins?
That's an interesting point. Yeah, Jaden and Jay.
I would imagine if they're kind of going, if they decide to go that route, the twin route, for example, I would say Kylo Ren and Rey. But
It's interesting, because Jaden and Jaina Solo back then, they used to be the twins and they were force sensitive. They became Jedi, and then they had a little one called Anakin Solo, who later turned to the dark side. But Disney has a has already said that none of these stories exist anymore, but they can borrow from them. In Star Wars Rebels, there's Grand Admiral Thrawn. He was from the original Heir to the Empire novels, so they can borrow. And like you're saying,
Yeah.
that'd be very interesting to see that maybe Rey happens to be Han Solo or Princess Leia's daughter, out of wedlock, or
Or who knows?
exactly.
It
And
remains to be seen. It's so exciting. It's great times to be alive if you're a Star Wars fan, because we're getting this whole new like like the tingles in the body and everything,
Yes.
and because the reason is because we in a way kind of almost vicariously lived for the longest time through the other
As a
people,
Jedi.
the other people that came before us that told us
Not
the
Jedi.
stories of when Star Wars came out in the movie theater, we actually were there while it was happening, and this big surprise and whatever. And we're from the generation that
From the middle.
got some of that, but not right from the start. At least not to the point where we understood everything, because we're 80s kids, and as we know, Star Wars films released in the 80s. Two of them did. Episode 7,
Empire
episode
and Jedi.
and
Yeah.
and I said episode 7. No, episode 5 and episode 6. And but I think that because of our youth, we lost a lot of the meaning we could have taken from some of the films. And I personally, I was more into like the aliens and the action and the sword fighting. I didn't
Yeah.
really care too much about the story with
American Ninja.
the whole thing.
all
Luke,
those
I'm your
movies.
father. I'm just like, okay, so it's a father, big deal.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. But now as a grown up, I could see how that's a big deal, and how it was a big deal in cinema history as well, not just for this series of films.
Yes. So basically, it's one of the biggest things that we're waiting for is that this is going to be a dark episode, quote unquote. It has always been that way, that the middle episode tends to be, the one where they lose or something happens. I mean, nobody expected Han Solo to die in the first one. Spoilers. But
I kind of called it.
yeah.
But I didn't expect it to actually happen.
Yeah, but now, like you're saying, that completely went over me. But I did see it at the beginning. I noticed, why is it red? But
Yeah.
it's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm excited about is that this director really, really likes the prequels. So, wouldn't it be amazing if Darth Maul returns? He's already returned in the Clone Wars and in Star Wars Rebels.
Now, how does he return? Is he like cloned?
No. He didn't die. I mean, if you remember from episode 1, he got
That's
cut in
right.
half.
He got cut in half and then
But,
fell off that.
But he
whatever that
survived,
was.
and now his lower legs, whatever, from
His
the
lower
waist down,
extremities.
yes, they're mechanical now. So he's part droid. Well,
Oh my gosh,
So-
that would be so cool.
in the Clone Wars,
Jean-Claude
and
Van Damme
in Rogue One,
as
he's
Darth
really cool.
Maul throwing some cybernetic kicks.
And of course, he talks more now. So
Oh, yeah.
so he's very conniving. He's very he plays with you to get what he wants.
Okay.
So
So he's feeling more of that devil role that he
Yes,
kind of
yes.
was supposed to play
and
in
so
episode 1.
he pretty much hates the Empire because that was
Whoa.
that was what kept him away from becoming a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
Technically, so it'd be very amazing if he's brought back somehow, him
That-
or
that would be
Ahsoka
cool.
Tano.
He was kind of like a fan favorite. He was sort of a fan favorite for the longest time, and personally, I liked his
He
character.
was underused.
Yeah,
mean-
and he wasn't even used almost at all. He was kind of like, in a way, like a bounty hunter. What's his name?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Oh,
Because Boba Fett, I think, could be a whole other movie, and I hope they make a movie.
they're making it.
They are.
They are.
Oh,
Mhm.
excellent. I would love to see a Boba Fett movie, just
And
to
a
see what
Yoda one.
that's all about. A what?
A Yoda.
A
Yoda
Yoda
movie.
film. Ah,
Yeah. So see, this is what I mean.
fan
All these
service.
Star Wars movies.
Disney,
that are-
thank you.
Yeah, I mean Marvel. Marvel paved the way to all
Yeah.
these different, universes, and now Star Wars is doing it, and now Harry Potter is doing the same thing.
Okay, speaking of other superheroes in other films,
Universes.
Yeah. Well, there's news out of the new Logan trailer, right? That
I
it
saw
it
that.
doesn't necessarily connect with the other universes in
Oh,
the X Men
I
films.
like it.
But what I really want to talk about,
The Last of
um,
Us.
Pretty Boy, Deadpool.
Oh, dude,
He's gonna
Cable.
be Ryan Reynolds. He's
Mm-hmm.
going to play Green Lantern
Mm-hmm.
again.
Yep, I
Good.
heard that.
Green Lantern almost ruined his career. It messed up his career for a few years after that film, and he finally recovered from it. And now it seems like he's just going back for more punishment.
No,
What do
no,
you
no, no, no,
think?
no. I will blame the Green Lantern's failure onto the director and the studio. I
Yeah,
will blame it on them. Ryan Reynolds
yeah,
is a good actor.
yeah.
I
He
mean,
is. He's great. I think.
yes,
I love his romantic comedy films.
yes.
I think they're very entertaining. They have a little bit of an edge.
Hmm.
If you haven't seen Best Friend, that's a good one.
What I'm thinking is gonna happen though is that obviously he's probably gonna play Hal Jordan, which is fine.
Hmm.
He's probably gonna go away and pave the way for the Black Lantern, Green Lantern. What is his name? John Stewart, I believe. So everybody's favorite Green Lantern is John Stewart.
Okay. Oh, so
So
you think this is gonna be more like a precursor to the actual Green Lantern
yes.
that we're gonna get
Hmm.
in the later films, the permanent Green
Yes,
Lantern?
because I mean,
Okay.
there's many lanterns in the universe.
Yes.
Many sectors, many universe. They're the
Mhm.
guardians,
Right.
and Earth has three. It's Hal Jordan, John Stewart, and he's sort of
Ethan
a jerk.
Hawke.
No,
No.
no, no. I can't remember his name, but he's the one that he's a jerk. He later redeems himself, but the Green Lantern
Tony
story
Stark.
universe is
No.
very diverse, and I actually enjoy watching that or reading comics about it. But yeah, I'm excited because now that he's Deadpool, now that he has credibility again,
Yes.
he's gonna pull it off. Believe you me.
Wow. That should be cool. I hope against hope because in my eyes they messed up Suicide Squad. They messed up Batman versus Superman.
Guy Gardner, that's the
and
other lantern.
and I hope that they're able to pull this one off. You know, it's a DC film, so we'll see what happens. This is, I think, one of the more difficult sells, at least to me. It's one of the more difficult characters to sell because he does have godlike powers, much like Superman does. Maybe even more so than Superman, because there's a group of these elite godlike creatures out there, people out there.
I've seen a few pictures of the Justice League movie. I gotta say, man, I saw that. I'm like, this is why Marvel is better than you, DC. And I don't know. Have you seen them?
I saw a few of the pictures and I agree with you. It's like, why don't they stay true to the material? Because the material is already so rich
Mm-hmm.
and so good. Um, the studios want to put their own spin on it, and what they don't understand, what makes the Marvel films so great, is that they stay true to the original material. They stay true to
And
the
they
comics.
bring it to life.
DC has great quality in their storytelling as well. However, they don't stay true to what the comics are.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Nolan's Batman trilogy,
That one's.
I think
Oh
I
my
think it's
god.
very very
That was
fitting.
it. That
it
was
was
it.
very fitting that was successful because it stayed true to that dark, realistic tone that Batman has in its Batman has in its earlier days in the
Yeah.
comics.
And did you realize when Man of Steel first came, the first Superman movie, it was very much in the same tone because Nolan was a producer in that film.
Right.
And that was the idea that they were going to bring Justice League out of that. And they just didn't want to give Batman's character guy more money. What was
Affleck.
his name? No, the other guy. British guy. Why is it
Wait,
escaping
who?
me?
What do you-
Dark Knight Batman.
Nolan?
The guy, the actual actor. Oh my god, it's escaping me.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Yes,
He's British?
He's British.
I
You
didn't know he
that?
was British.
He's
Oh my
British.
gosh.
So basically, they went and approached them. Would you like to play Batman in in an expanded
Continue
universe?
his
yeah.
yeah.
And he's like, sure, but This is how much I want.
Mhm.
That was at the time that Robert Downey Jr. was had famously done that deal with so many millions of dollars,
Right, right.
and he's like, I want an offer similar to that.
Yes.
And Warner Brothers like, no, we're gonna change the universe and we're gonna go with something more.
You crazy.
Yeah, I
You
know.
crazy.
Yeah. So all that money, potential money they could have gotten out of that, lost.
Oh man,
Because
what a shame.
I'm not gonna say Affleck is a really good Batman. I like Affleck as Bruce Wayne as a Batman.
Yeah.
But that universe doesn't fit.
But
There's something
the
odd.
thing about Christian Bale, I have to be honest. Full disclosure here, I think Ben Affleck fits the Batman character
Persona. Mhm.
persona
Yes, he does.
much better than Christian Bale does.
But it was
But-
already established. Is what I'm
But
getting at.
Christian Bale was established, so they could have just kept the ball rolling instead of
Mhm.
hitting the pause button and going again.
Yes.
It seems like that part of it doesn't make too much sense.
That
they already
universe
had
was
it
very
going on.
well grounded.
Right.
It was a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of true life.
Right.
And that could have been their parting point for the Justice
Mhm.
League. But because imagine Lucius Fox having worked with the father of Cyborg, for example.
Yeah.
That would have been incredible because Lucius Fox knows everything about mechanics and technology. But oh well, good luck.
Good
DC.
luck to you guys. Now switching gears up for a little bit, we are just about to witness the release of Resident Evil 7.
Oh yes.
Resident Evil 7. The early reviews are out.
And guess what?
They're saying it's good.
Now I can play it.
Not great, but it's good. And you know what? That it returns to its original survivor horror roots. And I think that is very exciting
Yes.
because we for a long time have gotten away from that. And I say we,
Yeah.
I mean really Capcom, the developers of Resident Evil, got away from that. They went more with the action-oriented style of Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6.
Black Ops, that
we're-
style.
We're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, in a
To how
world
it
where
was.
Resident Evil is survival horror.
Zombies.
Now, does it have the best story? No, it doesn't have the best story. Resident Evil 7, it's not quite there yet. However, the mood in Resident Evil has always
Creepy.
been about the mood and about creeping you out.
Like The Ring.
Like The Ring, that's right.
We saw a video earlier where there's this people playing a joke on some viewers. They're watching TVs or whatever, and then all of a sudden, look for it. Look for The Ring joke. You'll see it.
That's
It's
right.
recent.
I saw it earlier, and I was like, "No way! These people can't see it coming," and they obviously couldn't. They were in for quite a scare.
Yeah, but speaking of that, there's a new Ring movie coming out called
Mhm.
Rings, plural.
Yep.
So I don't know. In a world where remakes come to
Mhm.
be a daily thing of our lives, what do you think, Leo? Good, bad?
I think it's good. I think without realizing it, growing up, we had a lot of remakes of our own.
True.
With a lot of the 80s films that we saw thinking they were original films, they were actually just remakes of
From the
60s films
Yeah, 50s,
and 50s films. And
yeah, that's true.
and so, I mean, remakes, I think that out of every 10 remakes that are made, one is great. And I think that's good enough because a lot of the times we get original films and nobody watches them because they don't know who the characters are. At least with
True.
remakes, a lot of people watch it out of that curiosity of
Yeah, check it out.
how good it is.
Yeah,
Personally,
yeah.
I love Dredd. That's a remake of Judge Dredd with
I
Sylvester
have not
Stallone.
seen it yet.
Dredd is one of the best sci-fi action films that you will see
I must check it
like,
out.
ever. I'm just saying ever. Like I'm gonna say
I do
right,
like
right
the
now.
RoboCop remake a lot. That one was good.
I love the original RoboCop,
Mm-hmm.
and I really, really like the new RoboCop. A lot of people hated on it just because
Which,
it
by
wasn't
the
the
way-
original film, but I like the way they went with it, and I'm kind of sad at the same time that it was a bit of a flop,
Mm-hmm.
at least in most people's perception. But I think that was a great film.
Which quick thing about RoboCop, Miguel Ferrer, he just
Mhm.
passed away recently too
Oh.
from I believe it was stomach cancer. He was the guy that was rooting for Murphy to become the RoboCop.
Mm.
And when that big I can't remember his name, the robot that killed the dude, the executive in the office,
Yes.
that's when he took the lead and like told his friend, the black dude, all right, we got it. Contract's ours.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
shout out.
So some of those, I mean, they're great. Some of those remakes are great. Some of them are not. But I don't know. We'll see. So moving gears again.
Gears. Gears of War.
You got some new hardware out
Dude,
there.
eat-
Now
look,
now
look,
let me put this
look.
down. Couple weeks ago, Rick and I did a show together, and we talked a lot about the Nintendo Switch, which is like. It seems like there's new information coming out about it every single day. There's
every
something
day.
new about it. Maybe we'll touch on some of it, but I'm kind of, to be honest, a little sick of talking about the Switch.
It's done.
But that day we talked about CES and the new tech that was coming out, and one of the new things and that I particularly was looking forward to was the new graphic and the new CPU processors from
Right.
Intel, specifically the 7700K series, and it looks like a little someone over here just built his brand new PC around that CPU. Tell us about it.
It wasn't the 77. It was the 67.
Oh, you went to
I
67
went
after.
67 because
Oh.
we realized that it wasn't
K
really
series?
that much
The
difference.
overclock
Yeah,
series?
the K.
Okay.
It wasn't that much difference. It was like $100 more. So I figured it's like it's not really gonna make that much difference.
Right,
And
right.
it'll just still work the same. But yeah, I've had my daily computer, the one that I used to edit videos and daily driver, since like, like I'm gonna say like 2010, give or take.
Okay.
So 6 years, 6 years hardware. Still did the job, but it was very sluggish. So I'm like, I need new hardware. So I came to Leo, to Rick, because Rick just built his computer not too long ago too, like
About
3
a
years
year
ago.
ago.
A year ago.
Yeah.
So I asked him, hey,
About.
dude, what'd you do, where you went, and he built me a list. Like,
Yeah.
go with this. I'm like, all right, cool. So prices, it's not cheap to build a computer, but when you're using it for something that is gonna help you, I'm like, all right, let's do it. So at first, I gotta say, I was not excited. But even Leo told me, he's like, "Wow, now you're gonna be a gamer on computers." I'm like, "Nah, I like consoles way too much."
We always mess around about being PC master race
Yeah.
over here, but
But I'm like,
But
nah,
yeah.
I like to be on the couch, look at the big screen TV, blah blah blah. I hate consoles now. No, I don't
after
hate
seeing that
them.
beauty,
I don't hate them, but this computer really does
it puts them down.
open up your eyes.
The visuals.
Yes. And when you think about it, that a console for more expensive comes to like $600, 500 to 600 for like a top of the line console, Xbox, whatever, with all the games that you need, and a computer comes to like $2,000, $3,000. That alone tells you the difference. There's a big difference between performance and power. And let me tell you, this computer blew my socks off. I'm a computer guy now.
Yeah.
I admit it.
Excellent. Now, also, I think it's worth mentioning that you not only got this computer for gaming, but you have it for video editing as well. And some of the early impressions of that are...
Oh, man. Okay, so to edit a 12 to 15-minute video, to render.
At what resolution are you rendering?
1080p. And that's just
Heavy
1080p.
editing or light editing on it?
Heavy. When you have like so many pieces and different sources, you have little pieces all over the timeline, and you start rendering, making them all one piece. It used to take anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour on my old computer. This thing took 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
That's beautiful.
The same
That's
video.
beautiful.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. So then to encode the actual file, like 5 minutes.
Now, I have to admit, I envy you in a good way.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
Because I'm kind of on the same boat. I bought a desktop about year 2009.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
8 plus years now. And when I bought it, it was top of the line everything. It was just like decked out with everything. And when I got it primarily because it was going to be used as a video editing station for
A tool,
myself.
yeah.
I didn't even really use it much
For other
for
things.
gaming. I did buy an entry level graphics card for it. I did a little bit of PC gaming here and there, but primarily I kind of stuck to console. That's my weapon of choice, just because of the console exclusives, not because I think it's superior in any way.
yeah.
But I do think there's pros and cons with PC gaming, and more. I think more pros than cons nowadays. To be honest with you, it's really really streamlined. We've come a long way from the old days where install this game
Yes.
that has 5 discs
Mm-hmm.
and wait for it all to load.
Install and
And
yeah,
hopefully it installed
and it actually
properly because
works.
because it used to be kind of hit and miss. Like, oh, try it again, it didn't work. Try it,
Mhm.
we uninstall it and reinstall it again. That would take a long time. I think you'd spend more time
Yes.
installing a game back in the old days than actually playing it. And so it's good. I'm hoping I get something like that this year. I'm still not too sure though. Should I lean more towards gaming laptop that I'll use
Portable.
as a video editing station as well, or should I go full on desktop already, and then maybe get and get the laptop at a later date? I'm still not sure. I'm still kind of on the wall regarding that stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. Now, I think we're getting near the end here. I want to give a quick shout out to all those people that liked us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/daddy's game time. Risha Shadish, Abha Elzre, Mujib Ma, Raji Rajendran. I've been getting pretty good at these names lately.
We get a lot of Indian
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, a lot of people from
From
the
India,
beloved
yeah.
the beloved land of India.
Mm-hmm.
They're super polite, super awesome. Thank you so much, you guys, for liking our page. We gladly appreciate all of your support, and that's why we're doing these shout outs just for you, our fans. Raji Rajendran Diaz Grimaldo Tino, Shalu Bubaraj, Jisnu Ederzimala, Azwin, Manu Karikose, Manu Jopi, Abishri, Vikshnesha Sans, Felicia Gul, Reshma Ravinath, Jadu Krishna, Mario A. Leon.
Primo!
¡Órale, primo! Pavitra Balan, Sangish Ulas, Cheju Shetes Rathishan. I apologize if I messed up any of your names. Please feel
We're
free
trying.
to correct me. Feel free to correct me. The Indian language is my third language.
Oh, cool.
I'm not fluent or speaking
Hindi.
it any well, but we'll see. Hindi. That's right.
Oh,
With that
check it
said,
out.
I also want to
have new
give
shirts.
our promotion to our website, daddysgametime.com, where you can go to daddysgametime.com/merchandise and check out sweet
Yeah,
shirts
see,
like
is
this
a new
one.
design.
Original designs from Daddy's Game Time.
Inspired by video games and pop culture.
And obviously, it's like we don't have the moolah to pay all these designers, so we do it ourselves. We're a little diverse here.
Yes.
Francisco
We're
here
proactive.
designed this shirt that he's wearing.
Just like, an old ode to the Game Boy, to the
Yeah.
first Game Boy, using our logo and our banner picture.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of
And there's a few designs on there by yours truly as well. And we like to ask for your support what we're doing. Right now, we don't monetize any of our videos. We're bringing everything to you for free. We want to get established. We want to be able to improve the production qualities of our video. We're one of the very few, if not the only, gaming channel, gaming, movies, and pop culture channel that brings you a live show every single week. So we'd like you to support that. If you like it, please keep watching. We're gonna be on live through Facebook, and if we keep growing, we'd like to go ahead and be able to stream live not only on Facebook but through other forms of communication such as YouTube and Twitch and anything else that might be out there. I think Twitter does live also,
they do
don't
now
they?
too. Yeah.
So all the different forms, we like to be there, but in order for that to happen, we need to get there first. So remember, we're on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.
Instagram as well.
Yep, Facebook and Instagram. So I'm Leo along with
Francisco.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And until next time, enjoy your games and love your families.